Hey everyone, this is Jordan with JJ Cruise, and today we're taking an in-depth look of the radiance of the seas. Join me on a deck-by-deck ship tour as we explore all the amazing things that this ship has to offer. If you like cruise content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's go check out this awesome ship.
JJ Cruise.
We are starting our tour up here on deck number 13. Now this is the top floor of the Radiance of the Seas, and this is the midship bank of elevators. So 4 of the elevators in the midship will come up here to deck 13. As soon as you get off the elevator, you do have the Crown Lounge here. This is of course the Loyalty Status Lounge. So if you are Diamond, Diamond Plus, or Pinnacle, this will be the area where you can come, relax. They've got food throughout the day, hot appetizers at night, and then of course the Diamond concierge will be here to help any of your needs. So that's just right past through those doors. We are now walking into the Star Quest Lounge. This is the nightclub on board, or definitely the area where it's a lot more busy at night. You do have a statue of Marilyn Monroe here, right across from the Concierge Club. Concierge Club will be the Suites Lounge. If you're staying in a suite, that will be the lounge for you. As we walk into the Star Quest Lounge, you do have bathrooms here to my right. And then upon walking in, you see beautiful floor-to-ceiling windows. You do have this bar here that does rotate. So this bar will actually move while you're sitting and having drinks. It's kind of like a carousel bar. You've got the DJ and the dance floor there in front of me. And this is a nice big lounge with lots of comfortable seating. And it does then extend and go outside. So we're going to continue walking deck 13 here by walking through these glass doors. Walking outside of the doors, you do have an upper deck here with a lot of places to sit and lounge. So this is actually a very quiet spot if you are looking for an upper deck to get some sun or some shade. You got a little bit of both up here. But up here on deck 13 is where you will find the rock climbing wall. So you can see they've got the rock climbing wall that sits at the very back of the ship. It's really nice that they have this activity on here. And then of course, you've got a couple of other things up here like cornhole, or depending on where you're from, you might call it bags. And you've got this bridge that kind of extends over the sports court, which is to my right, and then a small water slide to my left that takes us down to the splash pad. We'll get down there in just a minute. We're gonna walk over here to the Radiance Fairway. So this is the miniature golf on board. You could cruise your entire time on Radiance of the Seas and never actually step back here because it does kind of feel like it is tucked away. But this is a really nice miniature golf course up here. And it hasn't been very busy. We're on a 7-night sailing here in the Bahamas. And as you can see, it's nice and quiet up here today. We've got a beautiful view of Bimini. That is it for deck number 13. The only other section of deck 13 is a small viewing area at the very front of the ship. So forward, you'll have some more deck space, but let's go ahead and hop down to deck number 12. We have come down one deck down to deck 12. We took these stairs here, which are right in front of the golf course. Now we are standing right in front of the sports court here. So you can see that is a nice sized sports court. We're going to take a walk around the back of the deck because there are several additional venues to see here at the back of Radiance of the Seas. You've got shuffleboard, which is right in front of me. I know that a lot of people do enjoy playing shuffleboard, so you'll find that on deck 12 here in the back. And right through this door, you do have Challenger's Arcade. So this will be your arcade for the kids on board. So you can see this is actually a pretty sizable arcade for the size of the ship. This is only about 90,000 gross tons of ship. So yeah, you got a nice, noisy arcade here on deck number 12 as well. As we walk back out, you will have loungers that will stretch all the way around the back of the ship. So again, a nice quiet place to come and relax. And then you will have stairs that will take you directly down to the Windjammer. The Windjammer has a nice area at the very back of the ship where you can sit and have lunch. You can actually get there from deck number 12. As we continue to walk around, you've got another set of stairs or a staircase down to the Windjammer. And then you do have one of the entrances into Samba Grill. Samba Grill is not on a lot of cruise ships with the Royal Caribbean fleet, but this is the Brazilian steakhouse. So right through these glass windows, you will find a dining experience that will allow you to eat as much meat as you would like. And people on the ship have said really good things about this restaurant. So here's again another entrance into the Samba Grill. Just past this glass partition, you will have the splash pad and the one water slide that is on board. You can see the rock climbing wall there in the background. So a nice little splash pad area. Since we are at port today, this area is closed. It looks like it is getting some cleaning and maintenance done, which does happen from time to time while you're on your ship. And this would be the entrance into that water slide. So you've got this little tiny area right here that will take you up to that water slide. You've got stairs there that will go directly up to that small deck outside of the rock climbing wall on deck number 13, but we are going to keep walking deck number 12 because there is plenty of more ship to see. Up here on my left, we are going to duck inside, and this is going to be where the midship bank of elevators will be. So if you are getting to the back of the ship, you're going to want to take the midship elevator banks through these doors. And this is also where you're going to find all of your kids' clubs. So you'll find Adventure Ocean, the Royal Babies and Tots Club, as well as the Teen Club, which is there on my left. Now, each of these clubs have different offerings for babies all the way up to age 17. Through the doors, you will just drop off the kiddos. And they do have a special program here where you can pay for them to actually keep the kids until 1 a.m. So if mom and dad really want to have a wild night out on the Radiance of the Seas, they can do that here at Adventure Ocean. You've got bathrooms, men and women's, right back there through those doors. And just past the kids club, you will have the Captain's Club Concierge, so the officer that is in charge of the loyalty program here on board. So this is a nice kind of big area also if you need to come and sit and get work done or just relax. But during their office hours, you will find them at that desk right there. Here is that midship bank of elevators that I was talking about, and we are actually going to keep walking the outer decks of deck number 12. So we're going to go through these glass doors right here and head back outside. As we come on deck 12, you will see the jogging and running track there in front of me. And then of course, this is a nice lookout point over the main pool deck. So this is the pool deck for everyone, kids and adults. You can see they've really maintained this ship very well, even though it is more than 2 decades old. They've done a great job of making it look fresh and at least clean. You know, sometimes older ships can get a little grungy, but not Radiance of the Seas. They've done a great job with the upkeep. Just off the path here, you will have the Sky Bar. The Sky Bar is one of your bars here on board. So if you are looking for a beverage, you can grab that here. And then you do have stairs to get down to the main pool deck, which is deck number 11. So Sky Deck here. And from this angle, you can see the large screen. So they will show movies up here. You see a small stage underneath that screen as well, where they will have live music. So a number of different activities and events will happen up here on the pool deck. And deck number 12 is a great place to grab a seat because you've got a great viewing spot for the rest of the deck. You've got a beautiful sign there, the Radiance of the Seas. And then this jogging and running track will take you all the way to the front of the ship. We're gonna jump there right now. We skipped down just a little ways to go into the inside section of the forward area of deck 12, but I did want to point out that you do have that viewing area on deck 13 directly up these stairs. Deck 13, 12, and 11 all have viewing areas at the very front of the ship. You don't always get that much deck space at the very forward area, but on this ship you do, which is great because it's awesome for sail away. They're not very crowded up there ever, and it's just a great place to go and hang out. Walking inside, you will have the men's bathroom directly here on my right, and then you do have the forward bank of deck 12 elevators. Now the women's bathroom will be on the other side. Through these corridors, you do have the ship shape fitness center. So you've got a really nice gym with, again, floor to ceiling windows, a lot of different types of equipment. They will do workout classes in here as well. So you see a nice large space for those workout classes. But deck number 12 does house the fitness center. So that was it for deck 12. We're gonna hop on down to deck number 11. We've come down one deck to deck number 11, so we're in the forward section of elevators. Here at the front of deck 11, you will have the solarium as well as the ship shape center. The ship shape center is, of course, the fitness center as well as the spa. So you have the Vitality Day Spa directly through those doors right there. There's a number of different offerings back here, like massages. They can do your hair, your nails, pedicures, whatever you're looking for can be done here. They do have free saunas for use, so men's and women's separate saunas are free and available for most of the day. We're now walking into the solarium. The solarium is the adults only pool here on the Radiance of the Seas. So this is, of course, for those 18 and up. You have a beautiful pool here with a nice large hot tub, and I love the theming in here with the large elephants. It's one of my favorite solariums. The solarium bar is here in front of me. And as we walk out into the main pool area, which you saw from above, you do have 2 hot tubs and 1 very large pool here on the main pool deck. You also, of course, have the pool bar. So there's 1 large pool bar here on the Radiance of the Seas deck 11 pool deck. And on the other side of the pool area is where you will check your towels in and out. You do have to check those towels in and out with your SeaPass card. Otherwise, you will get fined $25 per towel at the end of your cruise. So you always want to make sure that you have those checked back in before you leave the ship. You've got ping pong directly there in front of me, and then you do have some tables leading into the Windjammer. Now on the opposite side, you will have the smoking section. So this area is non-smoking, and you see these windows open so you can get some nice fresh air. Directly at the back of this seating section, you do have the doghouse, which is going to be complimentary hot dogs or included food in your cruise fare. Walking inside the deck 11 midship area, you've got the midship elevators here. This will take us directly into the Windjammer, which is the buffet area. Now through this corridor, we are going to keep right to go into the Windjammer, but if you were to go left, that is where you'll have men's, women's, and accessible bathroom, as well as the art gallery, and then the corridor that is the smoking section. We will walk here into the Windjammer. The Windjammer is the complimentary or included buffet here on the Radiance of the Seas. And this is one of the nicest buffets, I think, on a Royal Caribbean ship. It's just designed with a lot of natural wood and dark blue colors. And they will serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner up here throughout the day. You've got a lot of different food stations here, including a salad bar. They normally have Indian food. Every single night of your cruise will be a different type of food. So they might have Italian up here one night. They might have American food up here another night. And the food has actually been really good. One of the most important places, of course, in any spot on a cruise ship is the ice cream. And the ice cream is back here. It is not self-serve. There is someone there that will serve you the ice cream, but the Arctic Zone is what they call that area of the ship. You have a bar here right outside the Windjammer that is called Rita's Cantina. This is the margarita bar here on the Radiance of the Seas. If you were to continue to walk the back of this deck, of course, you've got the stairs that will take you up to deck number 12. And through the glass doors there in front of me, you will find Izumi. So that's going to be the opposite side of the Windjammer. That's, of course, a specialty restaurant for an extra charge that serves sushi and Asian cuisine. So that is tucked away back here inside the Windjammer. That was deck number 11. We're going to hop on down a few decks to continue checking out the ship. We have now come down to deck 6. We are in the midship elevator bank here on deck number 6. Now, the majority of your venues will be found here on decks 4, 5, and 6, but every deck does have at least something located in the centrum, is what they call the middle area. On deck 10, you do have the cards room called 7 Hearts. Deck 9 has the library. Yes, they do still have a really beautiful library here on Radiance of the Seas. Deck 8 has a seating area called the Explorer's Lounge, and Deck 7 will have your business center with computers available to use. You just use your Wi-Fi login and you can work from up there. But we're gonna walk here on deck number 6, and right off of the midship elevator bank, you have Casino Royale. So this is the casino on board. I will say this casino is quite popular and very busy when it is open. It's closed, of course, because we are at port, but here in the middle of the casino, you will have a bar, a full service bar. Half of the casino is non-smoking and the other half is smoking. But of course, this is not that big of a casino, so the smoke is kind of smelt from every direction. Several different table games here. A lot of the table minimums are $10, so just be prepared for that. And then you've got machines on the other side as well as this side leading out to the next corridor of the ship. From the casino, we now are walking into the pub on board. This pub is called the Quill and Compass. You've got live music in here, trivia, activities. As you can see, there's quite a few chairs in here. And then you have sports that will play in here as well. So different sports games they will be showing, and it does fill up quick. So if you're coming in here for a trivia or for a game, you're gonna wanna get in here pretty early. You got darts there in front of me, which is free to play. And as we walk out of the Quill and Compass, you do have your cinema. So there is a movie theater here on board. Disney Cruise Line isn't the only cruise line that has movie theaters on board. So they're showing movies all throughout our journey here, and movies that are fairly new, I would say, that have come out in the last 6 months. Right outside the cinema, you do have the Aurora Theater. This theater does span decks 5 and 6, and there's a number of different production shows in here, as well as shows every single night with specialty acts. This is a beautiful theater. Coming outside of the theater, you've got bathrooms. There's an accessible bathroom, a men's bathroom, and a women's bathroom on the other side of the staircase. And we're just gonna round the other side of the ship now. So here is the outside of the Quill and Compass. So that's the main entrance in there. And then we'll walk this side of Casino Royale so you can see the different offerings and the games that they do have. I do know that you can't see everything because they are closed. And this side that I'm walking through will be the smoking side. So you've got additional tables over here. And we are back at the mid area where that bar is. If you haven't seen it, we do have a video on how the Casino Royale program works and how to get a free cruise through the casino. Of course, nothing's ever free, so you can check that out on the channel by typing in JJ Cruise Casino Royale. As we walk out, there is a bar here called the Champagne Bar. This is kind of your martini bar on board. So that's here in the Centrum. And you've got great views of this area with the beautiful glass elevators. You can kind of see all the way down as well as all the way up. We're now walking into the Schooner Bar. There's a number of different areas back here, but the Schooner Bar is one of the largest bars on board. You have this really cool, large, open walkway. It's very nautical themed. If you haven't noticed, there's a lot of glass and there's a lot of dark wood here on the Radiance, really making it feel kind of like an older ship. Tucked away here in the Schooner Bar, you do have Chops Grill. Chops Grill is, of course, the steakhouse on board. That is for an additional cost. We did eat here. The food was very, very good. So if you are looking for a steak dinner, Chops Grill would be where you get that. There is the actual Schooner Bar, so you can, of course, get drinks there. This is also the piano bar on board, so there will be live music in here every single night. And there is another specialty restaurant tucked away on the other side of the bar. This is Giovanni's Table. This is, of course, your specialty Italian meal here on the Radiance of the Seas. You've got bathrooms tucked away in here. Women's is right here. Men's was right back by Chops. And we are now walking into the Colony Club. The Colony Club is an area that has a lot of different functions. You've got billiards in here. There is 2 full bars back here. So you've got 1 bar here and 1 bar at the very back of the ship. And then there's a number of different activities that will happen in here as well. So right now it looks like they're doing a dance class, but there's a lot of different opportunities for game shows and activities and trivia in this area of the Colony Club. That was deck number 6. Let's hop on down to deck number 5. We are now back in the Deck 5 midship elevator bank, and right off the elevator bank you do have Cascades. Cascades is the 2-story dining room, so it's on decks 4 and 5, and it is beautiful. There's lots of beautiful whites and dark wood. Again, lots of dark wood throughout the ship. Here in the dining room, you'll find which table you're at and what seating you are at on your SeaPass card. Outside of the dining room, there is a women's restroom on one side and a men's restroom on the other. You do have the stairs that will get you up to deck 6 or down to deck 4. You got a nice viewing area again of the beautiful Centrum. And here in the Centrum, you will find Next Cruise. Next Cruise will be the area where you can book your cruise on board. So you can find, of course, their hours of operation here. Don't forget, if you'd like to use a travel agent, you can always give them your travel agent's name and information, and you can book with your travel agent on board to still get those extra perks. You have Latitudes here on deck number 5, which is the coffee shop. So if you are going to get different coffees, these are included in your drink package, including the Starbucks drinks you can buy here with that drink package as well, or with your diamond vouchers if you've got free drinks through the ship. Royal Caribbean Online is the internet center here on the ship. So you've got some computers in the business area, and then you also have computers here as well. If you do need assistance with your internet, again, there will be someone here throughout the day at different hours, and you can get some assistance if you are having problems connecting or getting online. Right off of the Centrum, you will have these shops. So the Royal shops are kind of surrounding me on both sides as we walk through here. You've got jewelry shops. Of course, you've got Royal Caribbean merch. You do have a general store that has things like liquor, cigarettes that you can buy in bulk. And the great part about shopping while on a ship is it is tax-free. So you don't have to pay taxes on what you purchase. There is the port shopping desk right here. Again, they will be here during their hours of operation. So if you are looking to talk to someone or get advice on shopping while on the ship, you can do that here on deck number 5. We're walking through the conference center as well as the photo gallery. The conference centers are kind of tucked away behind these wooden walls here, but this is the area where you can find different pictures that you have taken while on board. There'll be lots of opportunities to get your pictures taken. You can slide or swipe your SeaPass card and you can view your pictures there, make purchases, and you can also purchase other gear for your camera while you are here in the photo gallery. If you're a collector of art, I know the art area was upstairs outside of the Windjammer, but the Park West team will be sitting here. These are their desks. So if you're interested in purchasing art while on board, you'll want to visit one of these desks right here, and you will have someone that will be able to help you with those purchases. We are back here at the Aurora Theater, so we are, of course, all the way now at the front of the ship. I'm going to just step outside really quickly to show you these decks, because the outer decks here are quite large. These promenade decks are really nice and quiet. There is so much outdoor deck space on these ships to come out and view sail away, or just sit if you want a nice quiet spot. So on one of these decks out here on the opposite side of deck 5, there will be a smoking section. This is just a nice quiet place to come and relax. We have come back to that center or that middle area with the midship deck of elevators here on deck number 4. You've got the deck number 4 entrance into the Cascades dining room with men's and women's bathrooms right outside. This deck does not have a ton here, but it does have a couple very important spots that you need to know about. You've got the main Centrum bar right here in the middle. So that bar, of course, is open for most of the day. And that is one of the main bars people will come to inside, especially because it's such centrally located. And then over here on the other side of the bar, you've got explorations as well as guest services. If you have any issues with your time here on board, or you need any assistance, the guest service team has been wonderful at being able to assist here on Radiance of the Seas. You got the stairs, which will take you up there to deck number 5. But that was it for Radiance of the Seas. Let me know in the comments if you have sailed on this ship, or if you plan to sail on this ship, and if you like this ship as much as we do. This is one of my favorite ships for Royal Caribbean, and we've really enjoyed our time on board. If you are interested in booking a cruise with JJ Cruise, head over to jjcruise.com, and Jared or myself will be the one to help you get on board Radiance of the Seas. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Jordan. This was JJ Cruise, and until next time, see ya.
JJ